I found two reasons not to buy this bug zapper. Every kill makes a sharp snap you will hear from your porch chair. I cover both plus 5 reasons I still use mine every day. Reason not to buy number two. Every time the zapper catches a bug, it makes this sharp snap loud enough to hear across the yard. I heard mine in the back patio on the first night, about jumped out of my chair by the third pop. If you want dead quiet where you sit, where your bedroom window sits close to where you hang this snap going and gets on your nerves. A few reviewers said the same thing, mentioned they could hear it through the cracked window inside the house. That's not a flaw. That's 1400 volts doing exactly what it's built for. Some nights I count the snaps like fireworks and it does not bother me one bit. Other nights I want quiet, so I unplug it until I'm ready to sit out there. Stick with me, because at the end I tell you flat out who should skip this and who should actually buy it. First, here is why mine is still hanging up. Reason to buy number 5. This thing moves around the house without a second thought. It carries an IPX4 rating, so I handles covered porches or damp garages without any worry about low moisture. I've hung mine in the back patio all summer, then moved to the garage for 2 weeks where the guest parked a camper back there. This built-in hook makes a 10-second job, no tools, no extra hardware. My buddy Dave borrowed his brother's Zapper once and had to rig a wire hanger because he had no hooks at all. Mine just goes wherever the bugs are, worse that week. If you're not locked into one spot on one porch for life of this thing, that flexibility is what got me using this more than I expected. Number 4 is the one that actually got me. Number 4 is the one that actually gets the job done once it's hanging. Reason to buy number 4. The grid inside runs 4200 volts, and that number matters more than it sounds like it should. A weak zapper stuns mosquitoes and let it buzz off and bite you later. This one drops them on contact. I know this is the difference on the first week, since I was used to cheap plug-in units that just seem to make bugs angrier. This one does not play games. A couple of reviewers mentioned the same thing, saying bugs go down and stay down instead of limping away. This matters more once the summer hits hard and the yard fills up fast after rain. Number 3 is one I use every single day without thinking about it. And after that, I got other reason you might want to skip this one. The one you can actually check before you order. Reason to buy number 3. The removable tray and the hanging hook makes this the easiest zapper I've set up in years. And I say that with a guy who reads instructions. You hang it up, plug it in, and walk away. No app, no batteries tracked down, no charging cable that goes missing in a drawer. I set mine up on a Tuesday afternoon, and it's about time it took to finish a cup of coffee. My neighbor saw me hanging in and asked if I needed anything special. Nope, just an outlet and a hook. And that's kind of simple is rare with these days. It's a big reason I never dread dealing with this thing when the season changes. The last one you can settle before your order, and I promise it separates the right buyers from the wrong ones. Reason not to buy number 1. This one is IPX4 rated, which covers splashing and light rain, not a full downpour, and not sitting out fully exposed all season. If your only spot is wide open with no roof, no eaves, no umbrella over it, this is not built for that. Mine hangs under a patio overhang, so a sideways storm never touches it. Check your spot before your order. If it sits under any kind of cover, even a thin one, you are fine. If it's going to sit dead center in an open yard through every storm, maybe look somewhere else. I learned this the hard way with an old string lights set that fire itself one bad weekend. So now I check coverage on everything before I hang it. That one you can settle before you order. Now stay with me because I have number 2 and number 1 on why this one is not coming down anytime soon. Reason to buy number 2. This thing pulls in insects from up to 2,100 square feet. And that's not a small patio corner. That's most of the average backyard. I hang mine roughly in the middle of the yard and it reaches the fence line on both sides without me moving around. Before this, I had 2 cheap units stuck in different corners and I was still getting a bit near the grill. One unit here replaces both of those and did a job better. A reviewer mentioned covering a similar size yard and getting the same results, which lined up with what I saw myself. Number 1 is one to change how I feel about this thing. Right up to that, I tell you who should skip it and who should buy it. Reason to buy number 1. That snap sound I warned you about at top, the one that might be a deal breaker for some of you, turned out to be the best part once it gets up and using. Every pop means one less mosquito at your next barbecue. And you don't have to guess whether this thing is earned its spot on your patio. The first week I actually started listening for it the same way you check for a baby monitor without meaning to. Some nights it pops every few minutes right after sunset, then quits once the worst of the bugs clear out. It is the proof this thing is working, not a claim you take on faith. My wife noticed it before I said a word and asked what that sound was. Once I explained it, she stopped swatting at her arm out back. Once I realized that the sound stopped bothering me, I started reassuring me. That shift is what actually sold me on keeping this hung up all season long instead of packing away after the first month like I do with most gadgets. All right, here's my call I said I would make. So who should skip this and who should buy it? If you need total silence right where you sit and sleep, or only hanging spot is wide open with no roof, no eaves, no cover of any kind, save your money and look somewhere else, because neither of those problems goes away with time. And who should buy this? If you want one unit to cover a real backyard instead of a baby suit in a small corner with 2 weaker units, and you don't mind a snap that tells you it's doing a job instead of sitting there and show, you're gonna be glad you got this one. Hang it in the center, give it a covered spot, and let it run all night throughout the season. If you're the second person I just described, add this to your cart now, and you can thank me later. As always, remember 2 things here. Number 1, deals fade, so go add that to your cart now. Number 2, the product bro is always here for you.